thinking a lot about inspiration. Now, when people ask me, who inspires you or what inspires me? Um, the answer is simple. And a lot of people are quite taken aback, I guess, when I give them my answer, because the answer to the question, who inspires you, when people ask me, um, the answer is other people with disabilities. Um, Now, as far as me having spina bifida, um, going through the trial and error, I guess, of what it involves to have a disability, I know how hard it is. I know what the difficulties are. I know what the triumphs are. Excuse me. Um, so, in that way, other people with disabilities inspire me to be better um, at what I do because firsthand I have seen it with myself. I know how hard life can get. I know life can sometimes throw stones. So, throughout points of my life, I have grown through what I've gone through. Um, and with that, it is a big reason that I became a life coach because I feel as though I need to almost pay it forward to other people that have inspired me to do this, to tell my story, to live my truths, and to inspire others. And it is my pleasure to do so. But as far as people that inspire me, the answer is that other people with disabilities inspire me because within them I see a little bit of myself. Um, and that's not to say that all other people with disabilities are where I was, because everyone is different. But the struggles, the day-to-day stuff, whether it be, getting in and out of a shower or just the simple stuff, I have seen that firsthand. So um, when I see other people with disabilities, especially ones that are actually making a go of life, I mean Paralympians, for example, they just inspire the hell out of me. To the point where when I watch the Paralympics, it almost reduces me to tears. Um, because they, and a lot of people don't realise, that they have had to go through so much to get to where they are. They've had to overcome their own personal demons, whether that be just self-doubt or, in my case, it was other things like addiction and alcoholism and things like that. Now, the basic thing is that a lot of people with disabilities are, in fact, going to go through some things in their life. But ultimately, the outcome is they're going to come out of that and they're going to be stronger. And not just stronger, I'm talking superheroes. Hence the name. that I came up with. Spiritual superheroes. They were people with disabilities. I've always said are superheroes because they, although go through some things every now and everyone's going to at some stage, they have an extra drive to prove themselves. Not necessarily to other people, but to themselves. Because along the way, there are going to be a few people that doubt our abilities. And that's, I guess, reality. That is the world that we live in. There's always going to be people that question our abilities because we appear to be unable to do certain things. But let me tell you, we can not only do things, we are not only capable, again, hence the name superhero, capable, we will show you that we can show you an alternative to do things, because in the traditional sense of doing something, we might not be capable of it. But let me tell you, if we can't do something, we will find the alternative, and then with that, we will come up with another way. Which is why I've said before that it is so important to come up with multiple ways to do things, not just one. Don't have your heart set on one idea, one way of doing things. Be open to change and growing and learning and all that other good stuff, because this is what I know. I know that life sometimes requires multiple scenarios and multiple outcomes. And that's just the way it is. Because that itself, in a nutshell, has been my reality. I've had to find many different ways around things to cater for my life, basically. To be able to live with my head held high, to be the superhero that I am, I have had to adjust things. But the main thing is, people with disabilities inspire me because they themselves have had to adjust. They've had to adjust to life. They've had to adjust to their circumstances. They've had to adjust to basically everything in their whole existence. And to see people, maybe not up close, but just by observing, to see them out in the community, to just do what they do. Just by observing that a lot of the time, I will go home, and again, it makes me quite emotional to think about, but these people, they just inspire me so much. And they just have a way of getting through things, no matter what. And everyone's going to have a bad day every now and then. I will say that. Whether you got a disability or not, everyone's going to have a bad day. But to see someone overcome the level of adversity that myself and other people come across when they do have a disability, to rise up and actually say, you know what, this is me, this is how I do things, this is the way it is, and actually embrace who they are and what that they do, that actually makes me enthusiastic about life in a way that it's almost like an adrenaline shot, where I just get so pumped and excited for to see people succeeding. I mean, this is a big reason that I do what I do, because in general, not just people with disabilities again, but to see people in general succeeding at life, it just inspires me so much. So, with that, that is my little spiel about inspiration and who inspires me and what inspires me. The answer is people with disabilities, because they are superheroes. So, with that being said, I know I promised you that I would do a video out in the community at some point, but in Australia the weather's been kind of bad here, so I'll have to hold out on that one. But I will definitely be back again very soon with another something to talk about. So I am the spiritual superhero, Joel Mahony. This is Spiritual Superheroes Coaching, and have a lovely day, and peace out.